Hi guys, so I'm here today to do an unwrapping with you, and I need to make this a very quick one because it is my birthday today and I am off to visit my grandmother, so need to be at the door very speedily. But I wanted to open these on camera, so here I am. When you're watching this, it will be the day after my birthday. But I have here two parcels from Brittany over at UnderTheRadarBooks Etsy shop, which is called UnderTheRadarBooks. This is her absolutely lovely business card here. Now, as soon as Brittany opened her store, I knew I had to buy a book, and her store is a blind date with a book concept store, so you may or may not have heard of this concept before, but it is essentially when you buy a book blindly, usually with a tiny bit of information about the book but without seeing the cover or knowing who wrote it or what the title is. From Brittany's store you can pick a genre you would like your book to come from. There's also a Brittany's choice option if you just want to be completely surprised, and I really trust Brittany's taste. I think she just talks about fantastic books on her channel. I entirely trust her to pick up really interesting books for her shop, so I was definitely all over this. I love the idea. She sourced all of the books herself second hand so that she can keep the prices down, but she's made sure to pick ones that are in nice condition, so you will see when I show you these. But I did buy this book myself, just for the sake of clarity. I bought this book myself, however the sneaky sneak stuck a birthday present in there as well, so I do have two books to open. So let's start with the book I bought from her store, and this is the lovely little tag. She's wrapped everything so beautifully and it's got a really nice aesthetic. I love her little tags that she's made that say Under the Radar Books, and on the tag has some details about the book I have bought. So it says, set in 1935. Protagonist is a ghost. Well, I'm intrigued already. Part history, part literary fiction. I like it. An epic tale of revenge, betrayal and love. Ooh, okay. I want to know what it is now. I'm going to keep this little tag and put it in my scrapbook. It's upside down. Janice Chang's Three Souls. This sounds familiar to me, like I might have heard of it before actually. Right, so what does it say? China, 1935, a country fractured by civil war and social change. The ghost of a young woman named Lian watches her own funeral, wondering why she has been denied entry to the afterlife. She's joined by her stern, scholarly Yang soul, her impulsive, romantic Yin soul, and her wise, shining Hun soul. Together they must discover how she can leave this earth. They travel back in time to the day her life changed when Lian meets the charismatic revolutionary poet Han Qin. She soon discovers how completely her life is controlled by her traditional father. She experiences exile, an unwanted marriage, betrayal and terrible consequences of an act of revenge. The ghost of Lian must now make amends to gain entrance to the afterlife. Well, that sounds fantastic. I'm really pleased with that book actually. The book as well is in lovely condition. It actually has really nice deckled edges, so it's a really nice book, and it has French flaps, so yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Thank you, Brittany, that sounds fantastic. Well chosen, I'm excited to read this one. But the fun does not end there. I now have the second book Brittany sent me specifically for my birthday, so thank you so much, Brittany. I feel very spoilt. And that is We Live in Water by Jess Walter Stories. It's just like tiny little writing here. So it's a collection of short stories. That's fantastic, I love short stories. We Live in Water, the first collection of short fiction from New York Times best-selling author Jess Walter, is a suite of diverse, often comic stories about personal struggle and diminished dreams, all of them marked by the wry wit and generosity of spirit that has made him one of our most talked about writers. In Thief, a blue-collar worker turns unlikely detective to find out which of his kids is stealing from his family vacation fund. In We Live in Water, a lawyer returns to a corrupt North Idaho town to find the father who disappeared 30 years ago. In Anything Helps, a homeless man has to go to cardboard to raise enough money to buy his son the new Harry Potter book. In Virago, a local newspaper editor tries to get back at his superstitious ex-girlfriend by screwing with her horoscope. And the collection's final story transforms Sally from a portrait of Walter's hometown into moving contemplation of our times. Oh, that sounds fascinating. It sounds like it's going to deal with a lot of sort of contemporary struggles in quite a real but witty way. As you can tell, I'm incredibly pleased with my experience of Under the Radar books, so I would highly recommend you all go and check out her Etsy shop as well as her channel, of course. I think it's a lot of fun and I'm really happy with mine. So until next time guys, happy reading and I'll see you all again soon. Bye! So if you're like me, then you're probably prone to getting quite stressed out, especially when you're studying. Not only this, but it can make you pretty agitated when you're sitting at your desk trying to get things done. So I thought I would take you on my walk with me and share with you my top 6 tips for relaxing and de-stressing.